For today, we'll study a YouTuber in the Pacific Northwest who, along with his faithful cat Artemis Maximus, has been ordered by his doctors to quarantine for at least a week, but he's gonna make YouTube videos for us, so well, let's give him a round of applause and show our respect. Well, hey, you know, it's Gregg Zart here in Washington State, Olympia, Washington, to be exact, in the age of the virus. And I haven't missed one of these protest rallies yet, and I hear there's a big one happening today. 77,000 citizens are dead right now. 77,000 Americans have died in 2 months. This is not a hoax. This is real. As you can see, I'm going to cover this, but I had to step up to one of my 3 N95 masks that I discovered in my construction gear. I want to be a little more protected because I think most of these people still aren't taking this seriously. They're taking it personally, and that's the wrong approach. So, anywho, gonna go mingle with the masses and see what's up. Well, here we are back at the state capitol in Olympia, Washington, where thousands of right-wing extremists, aka the Trumpers, have gathered yet again to protest Governor Jay Inslee's statewide shutdown due to the coronavirus pandemic. Of course, they're in direct violation of the social distancing stay-at-home order implemented to help contain the spread of this deadly plague that has already killed over 87,000 American citizens, but it turns out that most of the people here think the virus is a hoax.
So many of us have been conned about this issue, about social distancing.
Number one, 6 feet apart is crazy. No virus goes 6 feet. So what's really going on?
So that cloud of germs can spread out to 5 meters. This 6-foot social distancing isn't enough. But if you're wearing a mask, the research shows that cloud does not go beyond a 1.5 meter boundary, so about 4 or 5 feet.
I noticed you're not wearing masks. Do you feel safe? Are you not overly concerned?
No, not at all. Say no maskination.
Say no to maskination, he said. 1 second, I want to talk to you about that. That's perfect.
But it's way blown out of proportion.
Got you.
The doctors are saying we're being urged to put COVID on the death certificate. There's a problem. Man, wake up. Don't buy the lies.
Now, when I left today, I saw on TV or whatever, they said we were at 77,000 deaths. Do you believe those numbers?
No.
Some people claim that Jay Inslee's just listening to like medical experts and things on this.
Absolutely. That's cowardice. That's like Obama's strategy, the Democratic strategy, is to lead from your bleeding behind, rather than leading from the front, from knowledge and science.
And then he mask shamed me.
When history will go down, and this won't last forever, I believe that you and yourself will feel foolish for having bought into this nonsense and wearing a mask today.
Hold up. Okay, dumbass, it's time for a mask lesson.
That we now know from recent studies that a significant portion of individuals with coronavirus lack symptoms. They're what we call asymptomatic. In light of this new evidence, CDC recommends and the task force recommends wearing cloth face coverings in public settings where other social distancing measures are difficult to maintain.
Tonight, with COVID-19 cases on the rise, the CDC now shifting guidelines, calling on everyone to consider covering up.
But they do have efficacy, and they are not only a way of decreasing breathing in the virus, but also a behavioral reminder that there's a pandemic.
As more than 100 health and science experts urge the nation's governors to require masks. In an open letter to all 50 governors, they say research shows that cloth masks can slow the spread.
And so the CDC changed its recommendations today, and they now suggest that the general public consider wearing masks when they're going out in public so as not to spread disease to other people, particularly in situations where they may be closer than 6 feet from each other. Because we're all in this together. You wear a mask to protect me, and I wear it to protect you.
Huh, I wonder why the Trumpers aren't taking masks seriously.
As an additional voluntary public health measure. So it's voluntary, you don't have to do it. This is voluntary. I don't think I'm going to be doing it.
Way to lead by example, Donnie. Now back to your people.
The actual death rate is about 100th of 1%. So
100th of 1%.
Yeah, 100th of 1%. And I feel a lot more in danger by having a government that doesn't respect my basic human rights than this coming outside and breathing fresh air.
Fresh air? It's so packed here I can't get a breath. What was the Surgeon General saying about crowd sizes again?
It's critical to emphasize that maintaining 6 feet of social distancing remains key to slowing the spread of the virus.
Huh. Wonder what he'd think of this crowd. Because not only are people not wearing masks, they're also not 6 feet apart. They're not 6 inches apart.
Issue with it is we are being forced to do things. If the governor would have just came out and said, hey, we highly recommend, I think he should trust his constituents to understand the gravity of the situation and take precautions that they see fit. If you are sick or you are immunocompromised, stay home.
You know, the old phrase, give me liberty or give me death, applies. I'm not going to live as a slave on my knees. And I'm not going to wait for the government to grant me the freedom that I was given as a God-given right when I was born.
Who the heck are the fearmongers?
The fearmongers?
Yeah.
The fearmongers are the people who are pushing this epidemic as if this is somehow some thing that is greater than anything else we've experienced, when the reality is it's much, although the virus is different than the flu, the mortality rate is very similar to the flu. There's no justification for shutting down our country and imposing all kinds of draconian restrictions, stamping out our constitutional rights by dictates from governors. It's just outright insanity. You don't get to shut off the Constitution for fear of a virus, and so they're trying to generate fear in people in order to somehow make them accept this dictatorship. I don't accept it.
Do you believe that there's a deadly pandemic raging across the earth right now?
I do.
But you're not wearing a mask, are you not?
Absolutely not.
So, explain that. Why do you feel safer?
If there's a virus floating through the air, it's going to go right through that mask. Viruses are very small.
You're talking about my mask right now?
All the masks that are out here. Viruses are smaller than what most masks filter.
Wrong again. This is a mask designed to filter 95% of viruses and bacteria out. So, hi, what brought you down here today?
Freedom, man. I got a business. I'm going to have a garage sale next weekend. Fuck it.
Do you, you mentioned that me breathing my carbon monoxide was more harmful than not wearing a mask. Could you explain your logic?
The logic is you're only breathing the same air that went out and in. You need oxygen.
Are you not concerned with this whole coronavirus thing?
No, I'm not, because if you look at the real statistics, the sickness and deaths from coronavirus is a lot less than many of the other viruses that were out there.
Okay.
You know, there's viruses all over the place. I have a wart. That's a virus.
How do you feel Jay Inslee's done? Do you think he's tried to help us or hurt us?
He's hurting us.
There's some people that think that large gatherings of unprotected people like this might lead to outbreaks.
Immune system, man. We're out in the sun. We're building up our immune system today. Vitamin D. We need to let our immune system do what it does, which is protect ourselves.
What's it going to take to solve this problem? How long do you think this is going to go on for?
You know what? It's only a problem because the media says it's a problem and the government says it's a problem. It is not a problem. Look at the statistics. The real statistics. Anyone that has a compromised immune system, a pre-existing condition, those are the people that are dying. They should be in. They should stay in. You know, if you're not going to take care of your body and eat junk food all the time, then that's what you get, is a compromised immune system.
I swear, I'm just picking random people in the crowd to interview. This is all real. And definitely a variety of ideas here today. And no social distancing or masks.
This has been another Gregg Zart production.